microphone and the desktop audio. Alright, just speak real quick.
I'm speaking.
Alright, cool. We're gonna press
I go
resume.
speaking, eeking.
Well, we're gonna end the stream right now, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm good to go for like 2 hours, I think, by the way.
Okay.
This
will be the last one of the year, probably, just the way things are going, so we can go.
Yeah. I want to get some time in with Synduality, too, on my end of things. I'm not going to stream it tonight, again, probably, but that beta's only going for, like, I think, like, a day or two more. And I'm like, I want to play it before it closes. So.
Maybe next semester I'll have more time and I can try and like actually make a stream schedule or something. That'd
be nice. School is hard because you never know, like, unless you... Well, I mean, I guess you know, syllabus, so you kind of know everything ahead, but
yeah,
a lot of the times you don't really know how much time shit's gonna take until you get it properly explained.
I gotta, like, adjust the presentation stream, like, these streams in particular, because, like, the box on the side are, like, I got fucking widescreen. Also, I found out, extremely fucked up, in the anime adaptation, and these is, like, Tailskin.
Oh.
Which is unique only to that adaptation, thankfully. But it is like, why would they do that? That's terrible.
I can't say I'm surprised, but yeah, that sucks.
Thankfully, like everything else, she's a proper skin tone, but because I think it was like her voice actress had her birthday last week, and like they used a screenshot for the anime, and then I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, did you see the Akeda one that they did recently that listed Quattro and Char as different characters?
Yes, it's just,
and people were like, do they know?
I think they're on it.
I hope so.
It's funny they listed all the Gundam moves.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we love, fuck, what's that OVA? Dalos. As much as we love Dalos.
I gotta be honest. I thought Dalos was okay.
I remember having a good time with it, but it's been a minute since I've seen it.
I feel like I can appreciate why people liked it. I just watched it and it's like, I
actually think I may have seen Dalos before Gundam.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just because I remember it being on like one of the old piracy like streaming sites I used, and I had heard like an older like friend or whatever from a forum talk about it, so I checked it out and I was like, oh, that's neat. Yeah. But I've rewatched it since, but it's been a minute. Alright, I can go live.
You can go live now.
Yeah, now that I've talked about my 80s anime opinions, I can tweet all of my things. And I refuse to say skeet still. It just feels wrong.
I say skeet when I'm trying to be, like, funny. And I say post most other times because I just forget to say skeet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I didn't click go live on the YouTube. I need to do that.
I'm keeping it stalled on the title screen so you can...
There we go. We can start. We're live. We live.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the final Abyss stream of the year.
Because, forever.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Will we find out how they solve the mystery? Or the whatever. The mystery?
They're all gonna fall and is gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Alright, hit that fucking continue. We gotta learn about the royal bloodline. And why Natalia is allegedly not a princess.
Yeah. Also, some funny updates in the time since we last played.
Yeah?
First of all, the day we played Virtua Fighter 5 was the 19th anniversary of this game.
Yeah, what is it? Is it also the same day of like the Tales series in general? Because like
yes.
isn't
So Fantasia also came out as that anniversary that day, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's healed.
This game's old enough to vote. That's fucked up. I remember seeing this on like family video shelves when it was new.
Yeah, and then
that's fucked up.
Bigger news is that also on its own 20th anniversary, the Tales of Rebirth translation patch came out.
Yeah, I do want to play that one eventually.
Yeah.
Probably not for a bit, because I want to play probably the older ones that are
Yeah.
a little more well known.
I'd be down to also do that one with you, but also with like a time gap between. And they're probably it's like the first iteration of the patch. So they're ironing out kinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway. So you know,
Hey, it's better than what we used to have back in the day, where nobody updated shit.
Yeah. This translation patch has slurs in it for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you mean the Rebirth one or the?
No. I just like.
Oh, the old one. Okay.
And
I
general.
was like, yeah. No, that used to be all over the place.
You know, fuck you, Sasuke.
Fuck you, Sasuke. That is maybe my favorite pro. Well, no, my favorite Pro ZD bit is the like trying to explain slice of my life anime to your friend, where it's like, one day we're gonna make a pizza so big that it covers the stars, and then he just wakes up sad and depressed.
Okay, so what do we do?
Didn't we get yelled at and told we had to go meet with someone or go somewhere else in this town?
I think we're like, we had to go to the capital. Maybe? Batagal? I think we had to go to Batagal? Oh, there's no way to go.
Look at the last paragraph.
Yeah, that's what I just did, but
Oh.
it wasn't really clear to me. We're very good at playing video games. Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
we can't go that way.
You won't believe your eyes if you head down to the border. Fox News tells me this every day.
Yeah. How the fuck are we supposed to get there?
Maybe go in there. See if there's a way through. It'd be funky, but maybe. Oh my god, come on! Come on!
I hope that's not what we have to
Have you felt... Val, have you felt for like maybe the last 3 hours this game's been doing some weird shit to pad out time?
Just a bit.
It's like, it's not bad, but like, I've just been like, okay.
Oh, these bozos.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about
I also forgot this plotline. I think there's a trio like this in every game in the series.
the wacky butt
I think
munchers
it's like
that are just kind
of. Because Symphonia has a bunch of guys who are like pretending to be the chosen ones. It's
Oh,
like,
that's always fun.
and then there's also, I think, like another group of people in like Tales of Destiny I remember seeing.
Do you know about the like 4 heroes in Final Fantasy 3?
No.
There's a group of 4 old guys that you can meet in a few different places that are like, yeah, we're the heroes of light. And they're extremely not. They don't do anything.
Like
But-
God's face here.
Yeah. But I always like when games do that. Damn, get fucked, Mew.
I'm glad that even though Luke is on his I want to be a better person arc, he still beats up in you.
That's too expensive.
Yeah, you go.
That's too expensive.
そうだな。だいたいバカ正直に払うこともないと思うぜ。
ここはまだマルクトですよね。大佐、
True.
捕まえちゃってくださいよ。
だそうです。ここを通してくれるのなら
It's true, I was
見
like,
逃してあげてもいいと思うのですが。
お言葉ですがね、旦那。あんたらが
Damn,
白平民を苦しめる戦争を追っ始め
It's really cool how Jade has a reference to upcoming indie Metroidvania Shadow Labyrinth on his belt.
oh, so true.
アシラはそいつを利用して金儲けさせてもらってるんですが
The secret level, and it's just about like Jade's dark
それもそう
profile.
ですわね。
I don't want them touching the JRPG.
ナタリアらしくないわね。
They're already touching such a storied video game franchises like Dungeons and Dragons
And Crossfire.
戦争があろうとなか
and
ろうと
Warhammer.
犯罪
Yeah, no, the D&D and Warhammer ones are like, what are you, come on.
Like I know
Those are
there,
video
I know
games.
there. Are, it's like Smash Bros. Logic. Like I know there are video games of these things, but come on.
It's corny.
そうですけれど
I will say the D&D one was probably the one of those I watched and I was like, that was alright. Though granted, that's like saying, I want you to draw me a picture with this box of colored pencils. It's like the possibilities are kind of endless there. I haven't watched the Warhammer one yet, actually. I've been watching them out of order. I should watch that. I don't give a fuck about Warhammer.
Why has he got this glowing face?
I don't know, it's
Just-
a little weird.
It does feel a little weird.
Well, that was something.
Yeah.
I really thought there'd be a boss fight there, in this bar.
That'd be cool, but also these guys are too much of bozos, actually.
The Dark Wings.
しょうがねえな漆黒の翼の連中は
犯罪行為ではありますが今は放っておきましょう
Oh yeah, he's a
戦争を
cop.
食い物にする不定の輩許せませんわ全くですわ
They keep finding funny reasons to
遺
make
族
the
が
fact he's
聞い
still
て
like
呆れるっつうの
それ
Uh,
俺の
like-
モノマネか
バカは
on
バカだ
active
からバカ
general
だ
of like this
しょ
military.
うがありませんね
Yeah.
But,
アニス
like he's not retired. He's just like, yeah, I'm also on the clock.
まあ彼らのように生きるための手段を選ばないのも戦争の傷でしょうねやるせないですね
早く戦争を止めないといけませんね
Knuckles' voice. That's why they call it war.
Yeah, it's through here, right?
No, I think this is just the palace. Actually, no, I don't actually know what we're here. Damn! I forgot how good this looks. Fixed camera angles. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know. I think, like, it's just... It feels weird that, like... It's probably... It's just, like, not... It's just costly to do pre-rendered backgrounds the way they used to, compared to just rendering it in-game.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, you can still do cool stuff with, like, rendered, you know, fixed camera angles. Let's see if we can ransack this place a bit. What's in here now?
No, you can't go through that one.
Yeah. This guy looks a little racist, to be honest.
Can you talk to him?
Oh, he's Albanian. I said that because of the flag.
Oh.
これはルーク様、ナタリア様も
Oh, I thought Mew was in that jar for a second.
That would have been funny.
お二方とも亡くなったとの噂が飛び交っておりましたが、こうして再会できて幸せでございますよ。
実は
Okay,
あ
that's
なた
not
に
evil,
頼み
that's
た
a
いこと
bot,
があ
that's
る
a
のです
wolf.
が
エンゲーブの住民を受け入れることでしたら、先ほどイオン様から依頼されました。
よかった
Oh, yeah, see, I thought it was like a sword pointed down with like flames coming out of it, but no, I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's trying to evoke both in a way. Like, I think there's an element.
Yeah.
助かりますありがとう
どういたしまして。
Jonathan Frakes opening bit of an episode of Beyond Belief voice. Did you see the wolf or the flaming sword?
This prince was kidnapped at a young age, but it turns out he was a clone. That story was true.
I guess we just skip town then, out this exit.
Might as well. I wasn't sure if there was something over there because we could go there, but...
Yeah, it's been a shocking lack of looting people's houses for an RPG of this era.
Yeah. I think that's fine, though. What the fuck? You know, I kind of like this, just like, oh yeah, the economy.
Yeah, the war.
The war means you can't, get these weapons. And also whatever. The Zhao ruins. Oh, good thing we are staying conveniently here. Oh, okay.
Well, that was... What? Why not just let us go? Okay. Games are funny.
Yeah.
What if we come back and, like, he's just dead?
That'd be funny.
Like, Sephiroth style, like, sword running through the chest in the chair. It's like, oh no, we could have done this. You know, that's a thing that some games do. I'm thinking mostly of Paper Mario. I love it when RPGs throw in a weird random murder mystery subplot
Oh, yeah.
for like an hour.
Yeah. Even though he was fine in that game. Like,
これはお耳が
Yeah.
早いことでちょっと困った地震のせいかザオ砂漠とイスパニア半島に
I
熱が入って
think
この辺りが地盤沈下している
That
の
was
です
how I learned what the word murder meant as a child,
そ
actually.
れってもし
Funnily
かしなくてもケセドニアが崩落してるんだわ。
oh, we're falling.
戦局報告です。11時32分、木村塚軍がエンゲームに到達しました。
やれやれ。移動しても残ってもエンゲーブの住民は危険にさらされる運命。そういうことですか。
ノエル、間に合ったかしら。
ご苦労引き続き状況を監視せよ今しがたケセドニアが崩落するとおっしゃいました
アクゼレスやセントビナと同じことが起きてるってことだよ。
なんということだここは両国の国民が住んでいる町この戦地下では逃げる場所がない
Wow, this is just like climate change.
この辺りにもパッセージリングがあって、ワン幼少がそれを停止させた。
それならザオ遺跡ですわね。
くそ、どうする？今からでもセフィロとツリーを復活させれば。
いえ、それは無理だとテオドーロさんも言っていました。ですが
大佐、何か考えがあるんですか？
いえ、ツリーは再生できなくてもセフィロトが吹き上げる力はまだ生きているはずです。それを利用して昇降機のように下ろすことはできないかと。
Oh,
パッセージ
that
リング
sounds
操作できるでしょ。
horrendously risky.
こればかりはわかりません。
行くだけ行ってみよ
As a cushion.
う。このままだと崩落を待つだけだろ。
お話が
Jade's that guy that really likes scenes and stuff where someone's falling, and then when someone catches them in midair, it's like, oh, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You just can't let them hit the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch the fallen guy in my mecha made of steel.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
I love how modern things seem to, like, kind of
ことですか
get that, and they do the thing now where it's like they kind of cradle them and, like, slow them showing down as if... I don't know. It's goofy. I'm here for it, but it's goofy.
よし。
They
ザオ遺
usually
跡
do
行って
like
みよ
something
う。
where like the air jets come out of the robot's hands.
Yeah. I am writing... Oh, yeah, I've talked about it last stream, but I have an ability for that in that mecha thing I'm writing,
Yeah.
but I specifically state this is through a combination of careful thruster work and psychic abilities.
元気出せよ。まだモースの言ったことは本当かどうかもわからないんだし。
ええ、分かっていますわ。大丈夫です。
Yeah, I'm wondering what the deal is with that. I'm curious to see what
You know what?
comes of it.
We did say on our titles it's Princess Troubles.
Yeah.
So therefore,
To the ruins.
to the ruins.
兄さん、
I remember what my
一体
friend
何を考
said.
えているの？戦場だけじゃなく、ケセドニアまで崩落させるなんて。こんなこと、どんな意味があるというの？
いや、ワン幼少の狙いが何かはわからないけど、ともかくジェイドの提案通りに
Yeah,
やってみようぜ。
my friend, this is more fun, more just fun trivia than like a thing for us to think about.
そうだな。この辺りが落ちたら俺たちもやばい。 ノエル
Go
は
with
ま
the
だ帰って
skip
きてね
to
えし
finish.
ザオ遺跡のパッセージリングもシュレイの丘の時と同じようにうまく操作できればいいのだけど。
今回もぶっつけってか
Okay, actually, let's take bets now. Do they succeed in doing this?
Can I cheat by saying Pyrrhic victory?
Ooh, that's fair. I think they're yeah, I'm leaning towards that. Towards they're gonna fail because last time it went well,
Yeah, I think it's.
and I think we might be fully Mother 3-pilled right now, where we're gonna alternate L's and W's until something snaps.
I just think it's not going to be as catastrophic as like.
Yeah, probably not as bad as the first one.
Like I don't think they're going to go like outright to L's, but they're going to be like any W they get is going to be like bittersweet or like.
It's not clean. Yeah, I can see that. Keep
Yeah.
the stakes up.
Fun mechanical trivia for this game, apparently. Apparently, my friend says Natalia might be the best character in the game just because she has the highest average defense,
話は聞いています
combined with like good damage, speed, and the fact she can attack at range and also heal good.
Yeah, that seems like a good combination of
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, we haven't seen this in a while.
No, it's like you were saying. You're about this time. We're probably gonna see him again.
Yeah.
砂漠のオアシスのところ話が
Come.
Why are you here?
オアシス
Me when I play Wonderwall.
そうだ分かったらさっさと来い
2 days is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw back to you.
確かアッシュの声が聞こえるんだったな
But yeah, also I also heard like yeah, well, she may be the best character in the game, but the fact she's like an archer makes her like trickier to use for combos. So most people don't deserve
アッ
it.
シュはなんて言っていましたの
At least let you guys.
Yeah,
talk about
she felt like I felt the same way playing her as I did Tyr. I'm just kind of like, yeah, nah, I don't know if I want to play the game like that.
it. Yeah, it feel like I don't feel like I want to play her like all the time.
砂漠のオアシス
It does feel like the kind of thing where it's like
話があ
if
る
you're like I'm gonna be a sicko of this game, then like yeah, you'll be like oh yeah, she's the best. But like if you're just like playing casually, then you're probably gonna go for like something else.
Yeah, I still think I am at a place with this game where I do not feel
オアシスへよろ
the sauce in terms of wanting to explore this like
セフィロトの
super
正
in
義は
depth.
間に合う
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's like part of my draw for the series, but I also feel like maybe this one isn't like the one I'd as invested in as like the Symphonia, for instance. But also, yeah.
アッシュ
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you telling me that fighting games were an influence maybe
気をつけていきましょう
made like
アッシュは私たちの敵ではありません
I think I have like a different standard for this game than I would otherwise. Because if that's the case, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with some of the decisions they've made and how this combat system
調
works.
べたいことがある
But
とは言っていたのです
I think like I'm just kind of at a place with this game where I'm like, I think it's a serviceable action RPG. It's nothing exciting,
兄の
but
関係が明確で
it's like
ない以
fine.
上やはり警戒だけはしておいた方がいい
I've definitely played worse.
わかりましたわ
I guess it depends on the person. Regardless.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, that was me hitting X to ready combat. I was like, did that disconnect? But no. Be good.
じゃないかこんなところか
There we go.
もっと頑張らないとうざいだけだよ
Hello.
Hello, Mako.
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 What the fuck is the Oasis again?
I'm assuming it's that blue dot you're heading towards on the minimap. I could be wrong, but that's what I instinctually would have done. Damn, get fucked, lizard.
余裕だぜ
I That looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Here, let's see. Oh, whoops. Not that. There you go. I need to... I feel like I'm also, too, when I get to a point where, like, the enemy is vertically on screen above or below me, I need to just free run and get to the side.
Yeah, that's something I want to try experimenting with P2 a bit, just because I'm like, it sounds like an issue that I haven't had to deal with that I would like to solve the solution to. Because I'm like, well, I'd like to know how to avoid that.
I mean, honestly, I've just been free running more, and that's done a lot for me.
Yeah. I'm just like, because I'm also like thinking about how that would work in Symphonia where you can't free run.
Oh.
Because this is the first game that adds free run.
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess it's just a matter of getting good at switching targets fast and using those vectors to move, which, like, is a little bit clunkier, but, like, it's not, like, I don't think it, you know, that seems like something you get used to pretty quick.
Yeah, like, I think because I've played Symphonia, I haven't, like, really free run at all, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know how to not use, I know how to work without free run, but also I am P1, which, you know,
yeah, like the camera favors you.
Yes. And yes, I have heard that Tales of Rebirth got the translation. We talked about that earlier. And my friend apparently helped a little bit with the text a little bit.
That was fun.
Yeah, he helped with, like, specifically some battle-related terminology. Which, you know, makes sense. He's, like, the combat guy, so...
I forgot about the heat wave effect in this area.
Me too.
That's fun.
I think we haven't been here in a while. Do we even have to come here before, or did we just, like, stumble upon here?
I think we stumbled onto it. I don't recall. Where the fuck is Ash? He told us to meet here, and he's not even at the watering hole.
I'm very excited to play Rebirth in some time. Just a matter of, like, when. But, you know, obviously I have, like, 2 of these fucking games in the middle of because I'm stupid. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is! Dude, that armor looks way too fucking hot for this place. I guess that's why I stand in the water.
Yeah. Of course the 3DS doesn't have this visual effect. But yeah, also, you know, I'm in the middle of 2 of these games, and then I'm probably going to do Vesperia after this, just so I can finish the fight, quote-unquote.
I'll probably play, like, Fantasia or something next year. I sat on him, like, I think I'd like to do Fantasia.
Yeah.
I think I told you, I have a friend who really likes Fantasia, and I think no other Tales game he's played. But I was like, it might be fun to, like, stream that in a Discord group that I'm in with him.
I don't know one based on also, but my feeling is that game is, like, has some unique qualities to it.
Well, I mean, it was technically, I guess, like, made by a separate team than the one that made the others, like, so it makes sense.
It's as much a predecessor to Star Ocean as it is to Tales of Destiny.
Yeah, I told that friend actually too, because, like, you know, you showed me that timeline or whatever. I was like, you might want to try out Star Ocean 2 or, like, 1 or whatever. Yeah. He was like, yeah, maybe. That's as far as that conversation went.
I think I do think, you know, I would like to. I'd like to play those games to confirm myself, but also, yeah, I think that's my gut.
I would like to play Star Ocean. I would like to also play Phantasy Star.
Yeah.
I always got those 2 series confused as a child. They'll forever be intermixed in my head because of that.
I think it's an easy mistake.
Yeah.
I got Star Ocean.
Even as someone who, like, I would go over to my friend's place and I'd play a little bit of, like, Phantasy Star Online or whatever on the GameCube, and, like, still just, like, I was always like, oh yeah, those are the same thing. They were not.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the remake of Star Ocean 2. I'm like because of brainworm reasons, I'd like to play Star Ocean 1 after Fantasia, specifically.
Did Star Ocean 1 come out before or after Tales of... Destiny is the second Tales game, right?
Yeah. I have to consult my chart, to be honest.
You know what? I also have... Hold on. I have literally a document called RPG release dates that I have for personal reference reasons. I can check this.
Yeah,
Star Ocean was July 19th, 96. And then Tales of Destiny was December of the next year. So Star Ocean came out before Destiny did.
Okay, that's interesting.
Damn, they were quick on the fucking ball with that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. They made, like, 2 of the most, like, expensive-ass fucking Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, literally less than a year. Tales of Fantasia was December 95.
My tricky thing with Fantasia is I'm both, like, I would like to play the quote-unquote definitive version of that game. Like, the one to play is the PS1 version.
With that second fan translation, right?
Yeah,
isn't that the one people recommend?
Because that's the one that uses the Tales of Destiny battle system. But I am curious how about the Super Nintendo one, also because that's also the one that's specifically a predecessor to Star
That
Ocean
makes
1.
sense.
So sort of like I want to play both ? But you know,
It's fucked up because I never even knew that it had a different battle system. Like I feel like I only ever hear people talking about the translation being different between the, different versions.
yeah. I don't know specifics. It's mostly just like, from my understanding that in Super Nintendo Tales of Fantasia, first of all, it's like perma set to semi-auto. Instead, like you don't have manual mode like you do in PS1. So it's like it's a lot more. It feels a lot more turn-based, despite being like, ostensibly a fighting game style battle system where it's like Crest doesn't attack, he runs forward and doesn't attack, and then runs back. And also instead of like having arcs mapped into the directionals, there's like a far and close thing, which I think is closer to what Star Ocean has.
I didn't even know there was a Star Ocean game on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
that sounds fascinating.
It's a sequel to 2, and funny enough, it uses the linear motion battle system.
Huh.
Its own version, but yeah.
Wait, is that the one that's called? Is that the one that got a translation relatively? It's called like Blue something or other. Blue Sphere, yes. I saw that, so the only reason I know that game exists is that the person who made that fan translation, I think, was originally like, oh, you have to pay me to download the patch, and I'm like, that's
fucked up.
I don't know if you want to do that these days.
I'm sure I can just go get that patch.
You can get it, I got it. It's not hard to get.
I can get it in the place where some compass discs are romantic, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's fucked up that you have to sign up for their forum to do shit on that site now. I get it.
Do you?
And also they're up. They're like, we want a little bit less visibility. So now for like all their like new uploads, you go to their forum side of their site and like all the good shit's in there. Like Vita games. Yeah, I don't blame them. But no, yeah, I think it was Blue Sphere. Like the guy was like, yeah, you have to pay me if you want to download the fan translation. It's like, first of all, that's kind of stupid. Like, it's not yours.
Yeah.
Two, no one's doing that. But literally no one's doing that. And yeah, you just download it places. I think it was Blue Sphere. If it was not Blue Sphere and I'm talking out of my ass, I feel very bad. But I want to say it was Star Ocean Blue Sphere was the fan translation that was behind a paywall. I respect it. Donation link, completely understand.
Yeah, that's just different. It's like that's like a tip jar.
Yeah.
It's obviously like also those weird grayness legally with the
Yeah. Yeah, I would like if I was in that position, I would not even be comfortable doing donation stuff because I feel like you're running up into some risky territory legally with that.
Yeah.
Like, because on one hand, I do think people should be compensated for putting in the work, and like even if they're doing it on an unofficial basis, I think it's cool that people get paid for that stuff. On the other hand, oh boy, like if I was their friend, I'd be like, you might want to make sure. I don't know, like that's. I feel like if you have a donation link, you are heavily increasing your chance of getting got and having actual real world consequences.
The guy who does like crazy Super Mario 64 ROM hacks has like a Patreon. He doesn't. As far as I know, he doesn't put anything behind it. But I'm still like, damn, that's crazy.
バンはそう言っている
Yeah. And it sucks because also too, it's like, well, I don't want to be the guy that's like, well, you should just do it for free because, like, you know, it's
どこへ行
work,
くのですか
but
Literally,
like it takes, you know, talent and craft.
Ash
But,
fucking literally tramples over Luke.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
俺はバンの動向を探る奴が次にどこを落とすつもりなのかまあお前たちがこの大陸をうまく下ろせなければ
Acedonia drops January 8th. Listen.
He's putting the scissors to the Sephiroth tree.
I was
約束します
never human. A replicant
Gentle
makes me more
誓
intelligent.
いますわ
指切りでもするのかバカバカしいな
アッシュ
世界に絶対なんてない
I love that he has become so ingratiated into the FGC at this point that, like, my FGC friends are watching his, like, clips and shorts and shit.
お前らも
And they're like, wait, I know these people that are showing up in these now. It's funny.
Hold on, wait. I kind of forgot what we were supposed to do. Because it's hard to fully pay attention to cutscenes, which is a shame.
No, this is the streaming tax.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta do something.
Yeah, shoutouts to Geofront. One of those people who worked on Geofront was like one of the only cool moderators from an old Megami Tensei forum I used to post on that I had a massive falling out with because the admin was a fucking creep.
要件はよくわからなかったですが
But
重要
that
な
person
情報を
was
届けて
cool.
くれましたよ戦場の崩落パッセージリングの性質などをね
やはり私たちを助けようと
まだ結論を出すのは早計というものです
そうだなでもバン先生とのつながりはもうなさそうだったな
余計にややこしくなっただけかもしれないけど
ま彼のことは後で考えましょう
Yeah.
今ともかく蔵王遺跡に急ぎますよ
Alright. As I was saying, I was never books, money still next one. Okay,
We're gonna
Why
get
did you do
ambushed.
that?
You literally turned around so they could ambush us. That was kind of incredible.
大変ですね
Yeah, that's the first round.
Am I? Oh, I'm not clicked in. Helps when I have the window
That's the
active.
text that you're listening to.
Is not having the active window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
力の差が歴然だな
I mean, next time you could do the player one for a session again, and we can see.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's less to do with, like, the player 2 stuff, and more just, I honestly just feel like this game is mostly... I don't know if I have much incentive to actually pay attention in fights. Like, I think you can get away with just hitting X a lot,
Yeah.
sometimes guarding in tougher fights, and, like, throwing out arts when you have the TP
I
for
think that
it.
makes sense. It's more just like, I feel like I would like to figure out that puzzle of, like, how does player 2...
Oh, yeah.
That's just like a thing that,
力
like, I
の
feel
差が
like
歴
is...
然だな
Yeah.
Even if it's like, maybe you don't get as much value out of it, well, one, if it makes it
No,
less
it-
annoying for you, that's one thing, but also just like, that's like a thing I'd like to...
If you'd like to experience it, yeah, I do not. I do think it's worth experiencing because it does feel different.
Because I'm like, I obviously have like, I have my own like, interest in this battle system, well established. But also just like, I can't help but hear your, like, some of your difficulties with like that and be like, what's your workaround?
Yeah.
力の差が歴然だな
Because I feel like there has to be something, especially because in this game, obviously free running is easy, but like in a different game that might not be the case. I guess in a different game that's Symphonia, because every other game
I was about to say.
it's either free running or it's a 2D game, so
Yeah, I mean, Symphonia I plan on playing on my own, so it won't even be an issue there.
Yeah.
But
But you know, that's like interesting. It's an interesting to think about. That game has air combo, so that's cool.
Yeah, I could go for some of that. This game do be feeling a little grounded.
Yeah, I think that is the thing I keep hearing is that like not as many people care about the combat in this game. Like if we're talking like obviously we're talking about like enthusiasts, so you know broad sweeping statements about nitty gritty between games. But I think just you know more people prefer
こんなところ
what
に2
Symphonia
回
and
も用事が
Vesperia
できる
originally
なんて
tabled
思
in
わ
this
な
one.
かった。
少し前のことなのに前来た
Just
時と
from what I
随分
picked
変
up.
わったわね。私たちを取り巻く状況。
そうですね。あの頃はグランツ幼少も敵ではなかった。いや、その本性を見抜
I
け
was
てい
about
た
to say, Jade.
そうそう。今思えばまさか総長がって感じだよ。
アニスもまだみんなに本性をあまり見せていませんでしたね。
そんなこと
Is this
ない
the part
わ。
where we're supposed to have a
今
recap
も昔
episode?
も可愛いアニスちゃんのままですよ。
おや、そうでしたか。可愛いアニスちゃん。
なんかすっげえムカつく。
二人は相変わらずなのかしら。
I like how sometimes the skit images randomly become SD.
Yeah, that's good. Damn, heat wave effect in full force at these ruins. Can you venture up those, or are you like okay, no? Okay, I was like, do they hit shit? Did they hide shit? But no.
What was I gonna say?
The yeah, fandom Wookiee owners are just weird in general. There was a point where like the Gundam, one of the Gundam Wookiee like admin people got like really pissed off about like too many pages having galleries, and like deleted all of them. And like people were like, no, but we liked having those because like it had really good, clear scans of the suits. And I think they got kicked off the admin team for it. I don't know. Fandom Wookiees are ridiculous. Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
I like the Dust guy was like, listen, I own this domain name, so I may as well make wikis for other stuff I'm into too.
Honestly based.
Like he's not taking down anything, so that's nice. He's just like, yeah, I've got to fucking do the library of Ruina, fucking.
アッシュのことを信じられませんの？
いや、ただ
That's a game
思うことはある。
I really wanted to play till all that shit went down.
Yeah, me too. Because I had friends who really liked
可能性は否定
Ruina.
できないわ。
Same. And like also too, Millie is like I'd say one of my favorite like bands at this point. And I really like the music they've done for that game and the other games in that series.
It feels so
And,
weird seeing people still be into what's the current one? Limbus Company?
Yeah.
Because I still have people I know who are playing it. I'm like, you know, that's like the, you know.
Yeah, I think the answer is practically everything's compromised.
Yeah, that's true.
こうしている間にも
I did learn relatively recently about how the Radiohead people have been extremely not normal about the Israel-Palestine situation, and I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. That's my favorite band, and maybe not anymore, because fuck that.
Yeah.
So everything sucks.
I
Don't have opinions.
Yeah, I
on anything.
I can't enjoy Seinfeld anymore.
Damn true.
Jason Alexander, the only good one of those. Well, I don't want to jinx it, actually.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Mel, you know what I fucking love doing every day after school?
What?
Sitting
school?
back home, watching Toonami, waiting for that next episode of Rurouni Kenshin, baby.
I had a funny story with that.
Yeah.
Not about Rurouni Kenshin itself, but the guy.
I'm blanking on his name, but yeah.
Yeah, so like, I was listening to Spotify, as one does. And Spotify has a thing where like sometimes they're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna put recommendations or something. For songs on the library.
Yeah.
And they snuck in a song that was like, I've never listened to anime, but I did listen, like 10 years ago, someone linked me the OP for this, in a Skype chat. And so for whatever reason, I just remembered the opening bit to this OP, specifically because in the OP, the protagonist does a goofy run. And so I just have, like, somehow lodged that fucking those lyrics because they're attached to the image of the fucking protagonist doing the stupid run animation.
That's funny.
And so I was like, okay, well now I gotta find out, first of all, what the anime is. And I found out it was an extremely mid-shonen by the Rurouni Kenshin guy, and I'm like, well, I'm never watching this.
There you go.
But I did watch did look up the OP, and yeah, that Rodney isn't as goofy as I thought.
Well, what show was it?
If there's Busa Renkin, I think his name.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen the. Apparently, I also found out the guy who sings the OP also is singing the voice of the protagonist of Dr. Seven.
Oh.
I like how that because we're visiting a place we have been to before, they're just like, yeah, we just bought these guys.
Damn.
Yeah. I studied in a Japanese university 2 years ago.
That's what I was saying, damn, too.
We had an international class, and the teacher kept making references to our attention, saying how good it was. Oh, do they care? I mean, I feel like obviously some people have to, but...
See, this is the thing, is whenever you're weighing, do I bring this up to this person? It's like ripping open a Band-Aid, that can go real bad real fast. Especially if it's in the context of, like, someone you know formally through, like, a shared institution like that. Oh yeah, this is the place with nothing and all these weird offshoots that have nothing. How do you feel about dungeon reuse like this in games? Because I know some people can't stand it. I personally don't entirely mind, but also I do feel like this one...
I can feel like adding, at least this one, they're not... I feel like it'd feel like worse if the enemies leveled up.
Yeah.
Because right now this is just like, oh, well, I guess we're going through here. They may as well make it like a smooth experience that like doesn't take as much time. Obviously, we're still praising guys, so it's taking time. But,
I always like it when it's in the context of like you go back and then it's like, oh, this place that you thought was kind of mundane actually has like more significance than you thought. And also, too, something I love that I feel like dungeon crawlers, I feel like are actually pretty good about this, is like, you go back somewhere and now you have access to secret passages and, like, alternate routes that, like, are, properly scaled to your level and shit. I love that.
I like the version that's, like, you go to an innocuous building or something earlier in the game and then later it becomes a dungeon.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell which parts are going to be, like, instrumental to the dungeon in advance, but you don't entirely know until you get back.
I wish more games played around with scale and, like, the actual differences in power for, like, I don't know, I feel like this is something that I've been thinking about a lot ever since I got into tabletop RPGs, where, like, especially in old-school D&D design, like, those games were very, very interested in making rooms and areas where you had, like, major, like, high-powered, you can't possibly deal with this, like, level threats, and then the challenge then becomes, okay, how do you get around that, or, you know, figure out how you not, like, escape fighting this person, or enemy or whatever, and I wish we had that more in, like, dungeon design for, like, JRPGs and stuff. You know what, actually, I do like is, Xenoblade or other games of that type, where you just have, like, a massive fuck-off thing in the overworld that's super powerful.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
The first dungeon of Metaphor.
I need to play that.
I mean, I say that, but also it's like, if you know what you're doing, they intend you can compete it. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like super over level fuck off, but you know, it's still like, you know, if you're an idiot, you don't. But
I'm not. I'm a fucking.
Use your noggin.
I have a doctorate in press turn combat at this fucking point in my life, let me tell you.
I bet.
Yeah.
I know from your SMT LPs that are so comprehensive.
True. Well, listen, none of the ones I played were Preston. But
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Preston is like Nocturne, right?
yeah, Nocturne was the first Preston combat system.
So it's like the other one's just like basic, just like
Yeah, it's pretty. The other ones are pretty traditional, like first-person dungeon crawler 6-party combat. I would say the one difference being is that you have the separation of like your physical attack is divided into gun and sword moves.
Yeah.
Which have different implications, especially as you get later into the game.
It's funny. Like
Bullets are more status ailment-y.
that's probably like the most SMT thing about Persona 5.
Yeah, a little bit. Apparently in Royal they made it so you have fucking infinite ammo, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, in some way I kind of get it, because like you want accessibility to like the specific damage type, but also it's like it makes it more considered. It
feel like, at least from what I remember of Persona 5, I'm like, that just sounds busted.
Yeah. And also they like tune the numbers differently.
I don't know. I watched a friend stream Royal, and they give you a lot more shit in that version. It just makes it seem like it makes it a joke.
If I remember correctly,
like special ability on top of special ability as you get further in that game. I'm just like, what the hell did they do to this?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Symphonia and this game have like some super bosses you encounter earlier in the game if you know what you're doing, / use a guide. Which is interesting, just like sprinkle those in early in the game. Match for your level, obviously, but and I am kind of curious how it would be to fight those, but also I'm like, well, I wouldn't have been able to do it without a guide, so you know, fuck.
Yeah, Golden really fucked with 4's already pretty not intense difficulty.
All I think about with Golden is the anime.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the first episode of it, and it was the weirdest thing in the world.
It's a terrible show.
I think the sense I got is that they were going for is that like it was like Murakami's New Game Plus route.
Yeah.
But all I remember is just like there's a line where like Yu says to Dojima, "Wuss," and then Dojima's like, "Oh, so you're a jock, right?" And I felt like something about the delivery here just feels very awkward, and like no one was enthused about this.
Yeah. No, so like that's the thing, and like the New Game Plus thing gets brought up a lot because a lot of people talk about it and you actually use that as a defense for why it's so fucking rushed. And like they don't, like the thing is that like they have like some implications of it here or there. They never have any like fun with it in the ways you'd want it to. It's literally just feels like they made it again so they could animate the scenes with like Marie and shit.
Yeah.
And like I don't fucking like that character.
I remember the Marie scenes feeling awkward. Again, I only watched one episode because I was like, this is bad. I remember liking the original anime, but also I don't know if it's actually good.
I didn't care for so I didn't care for the OG, but also like everyone has like a weird Dorito orange hue shade on them.
Yeah. That
I found really distracting.
I mostly just enjoy Narukami in that game being just like a really emotionless guy. It's pretty good, I think.
Wow.
It's funny that he's not at all like that in Arena, where they give him an actual personality, which is also weird.
The Arena games are so fucking...
It's
it's so funny to me that they introduced a guy that was slightly off-screen for both Persona 3 and 4. Incredible. Incredible. And also Adachi's just like, fine now, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's funny that was kind of like technically my first exposure to Persona, those games.
I think it was for a lot of people,
the
actually.
First one, because like, I just remember being on Tumblr and like I kind of bought into the hype of the game coming out, and so I played it and played through the story mode of those games. It's like, damn, I haven't played Persona 3 or 4.
At least Arena consolidated it so that there was a couple story modes to play through and not giving everyone their own separate story. Because Jesus Christ, yeah, in Ultimax there's like 3 story
I only
modes.
played Arena, so oof, you know.
Yeah, in OG Arena, it's like every playable character has their own separate story mode, and it's like maybe not everyone needed one. Actually, some of these are about nothing.
Oh yeah, Akihiko, a guy who's like probably my favorite character in 3. I love Protein, by the way.
Oh my god, yeah. No, the Persona spin-offs are horrendous about that. Like, I overall enjoy PQ, but Jesus Christ, is everyone just caricature-ifying.
The fucking weirdest thing about Akihiko to me?
What?
I think he's like the only character I know voiced by O'Brien who with an American accent, despite the fact that O'Brien is an American. I feel like he's constantly used for voices where he puts on a British accent.
I'm trying to remember if Archer in original Fate Stay Night anime has a British accent. I don't think he does. Maybe a slight one.
Oh wait, I didn't know he played Archer.
Yeah, I think Liam O'Brien was original Archer, or Archer in the
like,
2006 or whatever the fuck that came out in anime.
I just feel like very often he's asked to play Grimoire Weiss, so.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe.
I mean, I guess if he's good at it, that's fine. But you know, also he is not British.
He does be doing, like, I do feel he gets typecasted doing the same few voices. I mean, to be honest though, that's a lot of English dub voice actors though, unfortunately. But
Patrick Sykes definitely the guy where it's like I think he has one voice. He does it well. But...
skip this. This is hurting my eyeballs. Oh, fuck that. Why would they think that was a good idea?
I don't know if that was intentional. Because if you look at the other ones, they don't have that problem. It looks like it was just a glitch.
Yeah.
I assume it must have been a case of like. I guess we're playing with these guys in the boss fight now.
Yeah, sure.
I guess we got. All right.
I mean, Anise is probably my favorite character to play as, so.
I feel like I'm cheating a bit by playing Guy, but you know what? Ooh, you lifted that one. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. This is the Juggler game. Technically. So I guess it makes sense like that you did Juggler. I just don't think I've seen a boss get Juggler in this game yet.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Oh no, I did that again. We should heal. You should heal.
The boss fucking did overload.
Why did it heal me and not you? You should, yeah. Be careful.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, that was stupid.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I think this is the first time I've seen a boss go into the corner like this where I can't just run behind them. Good shit, AI Luke. I don't know how you did that, but I respect it.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure right now. I can look it up.
Damn! How come you get 2 over limits?
I haven't even gotten my over limit yet, Jesus Christ.
How do I item again?
You try and get.
Oh yeah. But literally the last button I was gonna press and then I got healed anyways. That's okay.
Fuck.
You should heal. I'll go in for you. Back out of here. Okay.
Oh fuck! Just in range of its tail. Jesus Christ.
Oh damn, I was blocking that shit. I still got dizzy. Here, I'm gonna.
Yeah. You heal yourself. Oh wait.
I can. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, heal me, please.
Oh, I'm out of TP. That's okay.
Me when I need to go to the bathroom about it.
Oh no! We're kicking this thing's ass. Oh, we dizzied it? 17 hits?
There we go. Cooking. Poison.
Oof.
forgot he was technically have advanced start.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Oh, shit, the OTG. Okay.
Let me...
You should heal because you're poisoned and going to die. I would do the lemon even.
Then,
Poison bottle.
poison ball, yes. Fuck! Ah! Holy shit! Thank you. Oh, no, actually. I really need you to heal me, Natalia.
Yeah, I'm going to... I think this is the time to bust out the lemons. There we go. I'm going the fuck in. Oof! No, I'm not! No, I'm not! That tail!
I'm gonna apple it.
私たちも気をつけましょう
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
fuck.
Okay.
Luke is dead. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, his boss is hitting kind of hard.
It is now. It's spiraling out of control, kinda. Okay.
I think we might need to focus on healing before reviving.
Hold on. Let me... Really important thing to do right now is to get fucking, her...
PP back.
Yes.
No, I agree.
私に任せなさい
Here, I'm going to heal myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll try going in again.
私の光
Fuck!
Ah, shit.
I want to open my... I forgot the button.
癒しの光
It's, R2? Oh, shit. Oh, I was... Okay.
Please.
Yeah, here, I'll... Oh, shit, I'm out of
注意
TP.
なさって
助かったぜ。
癒しの
俺の本
光
気見てみるか。
Use that time to heal.
注意なさって
Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, no. Ah, shit. I don't have enough TP. Wait.
癒しの光ピースフォニムバック
There we go.
Woo!
Okay.
Resist ring. Let me see what that
Yes.
is. I'm glad everyone is alive.
Can we see the detail, or is this the details page?
Is the details page. I want to see what
Okay,
resist ring
I was-
does, but
I was curious what we got graded for.
oh, she got learned a spell. Boss defeated.
Attacks blocked.
Damage taken. Hits in final attack. Player character defeated. I guess it's good we only penalized it once. Because we got a lot less grade there. 10 at combo. 25 at combo.
Well, I think we only had one player character go down.
Nope. Luke died twice and I died once.
Well, I don't think Luke's a player character though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's good.
Um,
Recover item used.
Okay.
We lost a bunch of grade for that. Okay.
yeah, that makes sense.
Hello, person Shane. I'm playing this for the first time in like 15 years. A glitch happened in my emulator and I lost all my save data. I was at set
Damn.
Banacle to warn it that I was going to fail. I spent most of the time to pay it 10 times speed. The catch where I was. Holy shit! I do not envy that.
創世紀の魔物じゃないかしら。
From the
以
Dawn
前
Age.
ユリアシティにある本で見たことがあるわ。
One thing I remember a mutual of mine they played before the game got translated. They played Rebirth earlier this year, and one thing that I learned from that thread is that in Rebirth specifically, when you fight a specific enemy encounter, as in like this is the encounter with this and this enemy, etc., and you get the grade from it, that's the grade you have for that run of the game. Which is interesting. I don't know if that made sense, but
Kind of. A little bit. But
Like, is when you beat a battle with a specific configuration of enemies and get the grade for it, that's locked in, and so it's like there's a more
Yeah.
finite grade. That's interesting to me as a design decision. Apparently that team's games are just more experimental and weird compared to these ones, which are more like conservative and iterative.
I still feel odd about the grade thing,
Yeah.
in that I feel like the vast majority of people playing this are only going to do it once.
Yeah.
So like it's so like I get why it's there for the people that really want to go in hard, but I do think it's kind of by design like a system made for a lot of people to look at it at the end and be like, oh, that was a novelty, but
Yeah.
like
that's what I'm.
it doesn't
curious
feel
of.
like DMC ranks, you know, or like classic score ranking in that
Yeah,
way.
I think it's one of those things I have to think about more, because I've played Symphonia only once, and I'm like, I could do New Game Plus, and like there's a part of me that's like feels incentivized a bit, but I'm also like, for the person who is doing the only one run, then what is grade do? But I also do think that like tying it to performance is like a more interesting way of doing it. I guess my way of thinking of it, I guess if I have to come up with one, is that like the person who would try and do better performance is the kind of person who would care. Is probably the only thing I can think of. Like the person who would like care about like the grade as score is the person who's going to care about actually using the grade.
Like going through again, yeah.
I think that's that's a fine way of doing it.
Yeah.
遺跡を守ってるだけかもしれないぜ。
Because I also think it'd be like less interesting if grade was only just like a set thing you got, like flat.
なんでもいいよ。とにかくもうこんなのが出てこないことを祈るって感じ。
同感ですね。では行きましょ
And
う
it's
か。
also it's like it places like because this is like an action-oriented game as opposed to like just turn-based. It like puts like a performance thing on the battles that isn't just like a rubber stamp in the way that, oh, we isn't it quirky we put like an S rank on this battle, and it's like, well, what do I get from an S rank, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not here.
I think it's interesting too, because I feel like we're in a spot with this game where like a lot of the normal encounters we're kind of demolishing in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, we're getting a number there. And then like the boss battles are where like you actually need to pay attention.
Yeah, that's the thing I like to think about, because I'm like,
Because like that was like that we had to think about positioning and how we're gonna who we're gonna heal first, if we're gonna prioritize
And-
like
and
TP or health.
and maybe
Or,
to
like,
me that's like
aggro.
That's like maybe that's like the RPG side of things coming in over the action side of it. Because like I think like, you know, in RPGs it's like, unless it's a game for sickos, like the regular encounters are not the ones you actually think about.
No.
It's like,
And in
this is
fact-
this is a thing that you mash through that drains your resources maybe, and then
Yeah.
the boss is the one you think about, and maybe that's a similar approach. Even if it's like, you know, even if that means that for a lot of this game the action combat is not getting to shine for a casual player. That's interesting to think about. And that'd be interesting, like hearing other people's opinions on this.
楽勝って感じ。
Oh, that's a new line from Symphonia. I mentioned it before,
Rock
but
guy cannot launch.
I do think it's interesting that
I like these little guys.
yeah,
There's a fun design.
Of course you do.
Yes, no, these are very Brandcore guys.
I think it's interesting that moveset wide guy is like the Tails protagonist archetype, despite not being the protagonist. That's fun. It's interesting to have like archetypes in your game with like stock moves.
みんな準備はやって
Yeah, I was gonna ask how, like, compared from what you played of Symphonia, like, how many of these moves are like unique versus like returning? Would you say?
Guys,
Is it 50-50 or is it?
Guys' moves are all unloyed.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did explain that. to me before.
But I think other ones might be different. Obviously, all the ones that have to do with like faunisms are different. Well, let me just... So yeah, Luke. Guy's stuff is all, you know, go play Symphonia and you're just fucking playing Lloyd.
That's fun, but also like, oh, that's like, I feel like that. I would be, if I was making something and I had someone that had the basically like the moveset of like the last game's like main guy, I'd be really worried about like, oh no, am I making them like? But what about the main character of the new one? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also
that's interesting.
It's weird too because I think like, usually Demon Fag and stuff like that, there's like other protagonists as well too. So it's like, you know,
yeah,
Luke not having that stuff is kind of like an exception. I think
like can you imagine if FF8 came out and there was just a dude who had his own like materia system and like a big sword? Oh no.
I think it's more like what I guess it's hard to tell because like what are the stock abilities in FF, right? Like,
no, it's just the spells and summons
maybe certain class actions like
or limit breaks. I guess the example would be limit breaks.
I guess my other thing is like Draguna's jump, for instance.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that's like, you know, Demon Fang is like you know, it's like Zio or it's like jump, for instance. It's like a stock thing in the franchise. I think some of these I have to remember because I think like Anise is like too different because she's a fucking teddy bear weapon. Obviously, you know, heal, different names. But you know.
Was the archer in well, first of all, did Symphonia have an archer?
No. So Natalia had the archer does make her different.
Okay. All right.
I think like I think maybe Fangblade is something Lloyd has too, but like a lot of Luke's sword stuff is different from what Lloyd has. He's got his own thing going on. Pikohan, that's nothing. Powhammer is a classic of the series as far as I can tell. And you know, she's got first aid, she's got like the healing stuff. Obviously this invoke stuff is unique because it's tied specifically to the field of phonons
system. Yeah.
I think like Jade has like the stock spells, like the Stalagmite, Splash. I don't know if this spear stuff. I have to check. I think maybe Thunderlance is something Kratos and Zelos have in Symphonia, but also I don't think they have the other stuff because like they're also sword users. So I think there's like variety as well. They're not like just using the same things over the game, so I think that's cool. I heard that like the guy with Demon Fang in Vesperia is the dog.
That makes sense. The first boss in unknown difficulty. I'm assuming unknown difficulty is the hard mode. It took 10 minutes.
You know what? You're right. Anise does have a lot of fun. I was wondering where I saw the squirrel and stuff like that. She's been like Pressia. Just Pressia is like a physical user and like, it has an axe and
I will say, her dual punishment gotta be one of the most satisfying moves to use in this game.
Dual punishment is like one of Pressia's moves. So
it feels good. I like it.
Pressia is cool. She's like a small girl with an axe, which you know appeals to me. She's really good. And Kara.
No, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine.
It's there to be used.
Yeah. So because it didn't go down all the way, it stays. It looks like.
Nice. That's cool stuff.
It's actually good to know. Yeah.
Let me just see. I haven't actually read Shane's comment. Well, I don't know if it was apparently in regular fights. I never tried that for myself, but I remember seeing videos of it. Yeah, the SNA thing is also like, I actually forgot like what difficulty you can set the game as versus like, I know certain difficulties get unlocked with more grades at the grade shop for New Game Plus. But even then, it's like, you know.
I always feel of two minds about that because on one hand, I'm like, oh, that's like, I think about this a lot with FF7 Remake, where I felt maybe the standard mode. It was weird because it's like, I felt like maybe the standard mode was a little too easy.
Yeah.
But then you unlock on New Game Plus, you can do hard, like you can do all the chapters again on hard mode, and you carry over your stuff. Yeah. And it's weird because it's like, I wish there was an in-between where I could have the raw start from level 1 experience,
Yeah.
but add like a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my own thing is I think it's just very easy to do that stuff as an option.
Like have it both, like
Just
if
like,
you want to start
yeah, like
real
for
difficult,
people,
yeah.
because some people I just want to have the hard mode to start with.
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, if you're like an action game fan, you're probably gonna like there's transferable skills. So like, yeah, maybe I've never played Bayonetta before, but I've played enough hard Devil May Cry that I'd not, you know, it's not like an issue for me to try to
Yeah, character action games, I don't mind it because I do feel like
It's short enough. But even then, I'm like, I do see like, I've definitely seen the opinion from like more like hardcore fans. Like, I do wish I could just start at a higher difficulty with all my moves.
yeah, the moves is the part of it where like because I wouldn't want to play Devil May Cry on like DMC mode. Or sorry, DMD mode, without having all of my moves unlocked.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, does that mean I have to play through on Human, then Son of Sparta? You know what I mean? Just to get to it, you know?
That's why I thought I mentioned to you last time just the idea of like a, you know, maybe as a my cheat codes. Just 'cause I think like, because I think there is value for the casual player to like drip feed stuff.
Apparently, Saxor says the Graces remaster coming out has Grade Shop unlocked by default.
Yeah, I have heard that. I heard they're doing cool things with that remaster.
I feel like that's something that it doesn't hurt, especially for a remaster where like I guess I can see someone with like the first time something's out to have like that feeling of artistic intent where it's like, well, we have a very curated experience in mind for their first time through. But especially for like a re-release, it's like, yeah, fuck it, let people have fun, especially if they're coming back to it.
Negative Gate is Destiny 2. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, so obviously I haven't played Destiny 2. Obviously I'll get around to that when that's translated, which will be after I eventually finish Tales of Destiny, the Director's Cut for PS2.
Why aren't we streaming Tales of the Tempest?
We're not. It's a spin-off, remember? Because they retroactively made it one.
Wow, okay. Arrested for spin-off crimes. Yeah. We can never like a spin-off ever again.
Yeah.
I'm boycotting any Ultra Series property that's a spin-off for the podcast.
Unfortunately, you can't.
Do they not? Surely there has to be a delineation somewhere. There's no fucking way that they're all like, oh yeah, this is a main.
No, but for podcast reasons, you do have to, you know.
No, I'm boycotting it. This is my activism for the podcast.
I mean, you did skip Ultra Fight, but you know.
That's fine.
We can't.
If something's like less than like 10 minutes long, it doesn't qualify as fiction. This is a made up you know, wall that I've crafted just now to justify why I've not watched Ultra Fight.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the gist of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen enough.
However, we do have to strap you in for everything else.
The collapse won't wait. I think the collapse would wait for us, Luke. We're a JRPG party. We're Costco guys. Mel, do you think that Jimmy Fallon disrespected the Rizzler?
I didn't fucking watch that, okay? The other DS Tales game has Innocence is decent. I have heard Innocence is decent and that people like the Vita version.
Yeah, which that's translated.
Yeah. The impression I get is that Tales of Innocent Vita version is a lot more of a straight remake. Or no, it's a lot more of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Tales of Heart DS and Tales of Heart R on the Vita are different games in a way that Tales of Innocence and Tales of Innocent R I don't think are different games.
Like they're closer, like it's closer to the original DS, you're saying?
Yes,
okay.
Because I think this DS, Tales of Heart is a 2D game. And Hearts R
is that in English at all anywhere?
I don't think it is. I have to check. I don't think it is, but Tales of Heart R.
I remember that game coming out because I had friends that were excited, like, oh, we're getting Tales of Hearts, and then they played it, and they were I remember the reception being fairly lukewarm. But I also think part of that was wasn't the localization on that one a little wonky?
I wish I could tell you. I don't actually know enough.
I
own
think...
Hearts on the Vita, so I can play it when I want to.
I think I had some friends say like, oh, something seems off about the like writing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Tales of Hearts is not. Tales of Hearts DS is not translated. That game I know is like it's like a 2D game. It's kind of more in the vein of a Destiny Director's Cut, and it has like assists. As like as assists you get. So that's fun.
I keep accidentally hitting force field and I don't mean to. That's fine.
Hearts R, I know, is like a 3D game. And obviously, there's only so much 3D you can do on the Vita. But also, it's like, from what I understand, it's like a game that's kind of like a... It manages to be a 3D game that also has air combos, which is like impressive.
Damn, this guy tanky. There we go. Oh, hey, there's one left. I'm gonna just hammer him. Yeah!
Yeah.
I need a new chair. This thing's starting to fall apart.
That's most of what I know about Tales of Hearts are that it's like a 3D game that has air combo somehow. But yeah, I've heard people like Innocence, which is cool.
Mommy, are we there yet?
Mommy?
前に来た時よりもさらに奥に進んでるからな。そりゃ長くも感じるさ。
もうずいぶん降りたよ。帰りはこれを登っていくなんてありえない。超ありえない。ありえないですの。
ただこねてる暇はありませんよ。
わかってますよ。ブーブー。
帰りはガイがおんぶしてくれるそうです。
え、本当？って大丈夫
Oh wait,
な
hold
の？
on. Let me just check something. I want to
し
check.
てあげたいのは山々なんだが。
やっぱりね。ガイは得意体質だもんね。
得意体質ね。女性が得意な体質になればいいんだから。
All right, we're five years off from meeting Jade's
冷え
age.
た空気のおかげで元気が出たんじゃありませんか？
Yeah, that's fair.
先を急ぎましょう。
Why did they call that skit Mommy, are we there?
That seems like a localization.
Yeah, that was a pig. I do feel that Jade is the closest this party has to a mom.
Yeah. Specifically a mom, not a dad.
What started as a Destiny PS2 port?
Oh, yeah, I think Tales of Hearts are a DS is what it says.
Oh.
Which makes sense. It's like the team that did Destiny D2, did Destiny PS2. And it does mechanically play like it in terms of like being like, oh, this is the 2D air combo game. Let's see. We could have had Tales of Rebirth like 12 years ago, but he did not do that. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. The guy who translated Tempest and Innocence was like 99% done translating Tales of Rebirth, and then sadly did a complete 180 on his opinion of emulation. His lead all his work, so no one could cover his
Wait,
off.
what?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. I'm glad I'm reading this now that the patch is already out, because Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that would have pissed me off. I mean, I'm not that invested in Tales as a series, but that is super frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What an asshole.
Fuck. Well, at least we can play it now.
Oh. Oh, Tales of Hearts was 99% done. Okay.
That's less of an issue, but also
outside of Tales, Mel, are there any games that you're like, ah, fuck, I wish this got fan translated? Like, is there any big ones that stand out to you?
Oh, Princess Crown.
Yeah.
That's the first
by
one.
like not an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen?
I've heard a little bit. I'm trying to think of other words off the top of my head. Less essential.
Namaru Mayu is one, which I don't know. A sleeping cocoon. I don't know if you know it at all.
Much like Shane, I think Xenosaga DS would be a cool one to have. But it's like
that game seems cool. I thought there was like a partial patch for that.
It might just be a Minius.
Yeah, it's probably one of those. Yeah, Namaru Mayu is probably my big one. Racing Lagoon used to be my bigger one. Baroque Original used to... like, all of the ones that were big on my list got worked on recently. Like, Racing Lagoon, Baroque OG.
What's...
there's another one that I was thinking of.
Others, I'm just, like, having difficulty right off the top of my head.
Mizurna Falls. When that game first was getting big and everyone wanted that translated, and happy that happened. I think actually the Twilight Syndrome and Moonlight Syndrome I really wish got patches. Someone was doing... I think actually of the first game it's complete, but then they didn't do anything with the other ones, but someone has like a translated like video playthrough of it up that you can watch, I think for at least the first game.
Thanks, Luke. I wish I knew how to do that.
Oh no, I'm petrified. That's fine.
Where's the other...
Oh, you're low on health.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out. Anything Sting related? Yeah, honestly.
If he steals out Alright, every time you fight her, you can get different costumes for Anisa's giant doll. One of which dresses it up like Cosmos. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you ever get around to Xenosaga? Because you still need to play 3, right?
I need to play Xenosaga Episode 2.
Oh yeah, 2.
I've not Xenoed in a while as other priorities, which is predominantly been failing to play video games. Despite my desires. Like, all the stuff in my stream schedule are stuff I started in 2022. Which doesn't feel good. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about the fact that I started 71 Battle Network 1 in 2022.
Well, let me tell you when I started a little game called Elden Ring.
I don't feel good about having started in like probably 2022. Yeah, the Somnium Files and Pokemon Scarlet.
I technically have a Shin Megami Tensei 1 playthrough from 2016 that's not completed. I never did the other 2 routes.
Or some other translated games I want.
Mystic Arcus hold circle during the combo art. Usually the arcane art, but don't have to be if you get Super Chain.
I'm assuming you have to be an overlimit for that, though. Yeah. Yeah. Am I correct in that? I don't. I also. Yeah. So yeah, using art, which is level 3 art, is hold circle during a combo part, and you usually the arcane art. Okay. Yeah. I got you. So it's like if you're doing like the level 2 art. And you hit art again, and presumably I think you have to be an overlimit, you'll automatically do the,
Can I get a refresher on what my level 2 arts are? If I even have any equipped as a niece.
You have 1 level 2 arts equipped, that's it down.
Okay, how are you seeing what level it is? I'm just curious.
So, the level 1 has
it's the big sword, right?
Yeah, so like the level 1 is a small sword, and the level 2 is the big sword with the with the double border.
Okay.
Let me just let me just click this so I can see. As far as I can tell,
what's the blue text mean?
It means you. I think it's you've reached the level to learn it, but you haven't reached like the arc usage to use it.
Okay.
So this one is like a combination of dual punishment and shadow rage, which means presumably you have to use like shadow rage and punishment enough times, and you've definitely probably used punishment enough times, so maybe it's just, you just need to use shadow raid a lot more.
Okay, I haven't been using it. I've barely been using the right stick, so I'll try doing
Yeah.
Shadow Raid more.
Because like presumably because both the shadow ones are great loot out. That probably means that one is that's what's holding it back. Let me see what does Guy have. Okay, Demonic Tiger Blade. So Tiger Blade I have not been using. Where do I have Tiger Blade?
Oh, so like dual punishment into dual Dragon Surge, then hold circle. Okay, I can try that at some point.
Okay, hold on. No wonder Guy's been fucking. Guy's got fucking nothing here. Jeez. Okay.
I'm gonna grab another drink. I'll be right back.
Doomfang,
Continue playing.
Moonlight Demon, Void Tempest. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not like a Tales combat savant like some of my friends are. But obviously, I would like to learn more because it's cool to me specifically and neat. Oh yeah, Beast. I got Beast now. I gotta apply that. Yeah. I don't know. Put Beast here. And then put Void Tempest. I guess I'm here.
I'm alive again.
I'm gonna put down Beast because I remember that being a knock. Does it knock down in this game too? I know it like knocks enemies away, so I remember that from Symphonia. So I put Beast on myself. I guess I'm gonna save. Just so you know, I don't want to. I've made my loadout the way it is. I'm gonna may as well keep it. How's my favorite character in this game, and how is my favorite to play as? Oh, that's interesting. She's the most well-rounded, and her insane range makes it easier to abuse free run with her. But she's the worst overall party member when everyone's optimized. Okay. Yeah. I know people. Guy is Zoom Zoom Zoom, which is why a lot of people like to use him. Like he's both like the default protagonist moveset, which is just an easier one to get into. I guess that makes sense. It's like he's like
I respect this game's commitment to walkways over bottomless voids.
Yeah. I guess he's like a Shoto. I guess I would just describe it like that. He's like the Tails Shoto, which is probably like it's just easier to play that character than like someone like Jade for a casual player.
Yeah, it makes sense.
よかった
Second break comes into sight
ここ
right
でも
now. I'm
私に
trying to
反応
solo
し
the
てくれたわ
trilogy once with each character so far. I've successfully slowed the trilogy with Shion, Cosmos, Ziggy, and Momo. About to start episode 2 with Chaos, but I need a break. I can't even imagine what soloing Xenosaga was like. Also, I've only played episode 1, but also like, geez. Kudos to you for doing that, though. Also, hello, Tilting Access. Welcome.
Hello.
やっぱり総長が封じてますか
そのようですね。
Shoutouts to when I used to like do like solo runs of like FF1 back in the day. I would never do that now. It's honestly kind of boring. Because it's just like, oh, it's time to just grind.
I think any challenge that's like you have to grind is just annoying. For spellcasters, you need to cast a higher tier spell and it'll trigger automatically in order to get the Mystivar. So that's tier and Jade specifically.
See, Solo Thief's bad. I remember not having a fun time with Solo White Mage. I don't even know if I completed that.
I can't imagine being that game with Solo White Mage, but I also haven't played the game, so you know.
I think you can. To be fair, I don't know which version I was playing. Depending on what version you're playing, that game can be piss easy. They, man, Dawn of Souls really fucked that game's difficulty. Oh, you know what? Ruse does bring back memories. True.
I like the idea of like I don't know which is used it, but I like the idea of like magic as like hacking the universe's code as a thing. That sounds like a cool magic system.
There's a Honkai Star Rail character who's a hacker, and what she hacks is reality.
Oh, okay.
Her special, or I think it's her it's her special ability, gives an enemy a weakness. Like it'll read what other elements you have in your party, and it will assign an enemy a weakness that's at least one of those.
That's
It's kind of fun. Yes, shoutouts to Silverwolf. I haven't used her in a bit.
I've not
But-
touched that game in months. Which I think I'm
なん
okay
て書
with.
くんだ
Penacoli's story arc pretty good. They're about to drop their big 3.0 patch, and I'm excited cautiously, because there's a point where I guess they changed like primary directors to the guy who was doing Impact Third, I think, and I didn't know that happened, but I could definitely tell there's a certain point in that game's story where it's like, wow, this isn't dog shit anymore.
Oh.
So.
It is funny they just put one of the characters from Star Rail and Honkai Third.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, one of the dudes in Star Rail is just a dude from Impact Third who like is literally the same guy.
Yeah, I mean they're both Honkai games.
Yeah.
I've not engaged.
Look at that animation.
Yeah.
先ほどと同じことを書き
My
込んで
ass
くださ
not
い
engaging that franchise. But I'd probably play
第
any
三サビロトっての
Honkai
が
game over
シュレイの
Genshin
丘なんだ
Impact.
Genshin sucks. I tried. I really tried, and I was like, this is just dog shit Breath of the Wild. Why would I ever play this? Star Rail, I'm actually like, this is a pretty competent RPG, and I actually like the writing now, so I'm like, okay, I'll stick with this until it pisses me off inevitably. But...
Somehow, Luke did hack the planet. Oh yeah, I think we asked last
降
week,
下し始めたようですね
not last week, fuck, last time, which part of the anime we were at.
Yeah.
And I think Cross Data told me it was like 13 episodes in,
Mhm.
so like the halfway point.
念のため
I presumably,
Do you think you're gonna watch that after we're done here? Even though I feel like we've both heard it's bad.
I don't actually
I'm
know.
a little curious.
I'm curious how it is. All I have to go off is like, damn, I sure wish they didn't white face Anise.
Yeah.
Before
See,
that,
you
before
know-
that, I was like, well, it could be good.
完全に
I mean, it could be.
降下し
honest.
The thing that's fascinating to me is I'm like, I feel like this is... I mean, it's a little bit longer, especially if you're only doing 26 episodes, but this does just kind of feel like a pretty traditional shonen fantasy story, right? I'm like, I feel like an anime adaptation should theoretically be a slam dunk for this.
I saw
I'm surprised they fucked it up.
I saw a good like a mutual mind made a thread that got expanded on by other people that like a lot of classic Japanese role-playing tropes is just because there's a lot of Jump DNA and a lot of like Jump people influencing and working on these games in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with like Dragon Quest. And...
Yeah, I think I saw like Dragon Quest obviously, and then
Yeah.
Dragon Quest, and then Final Fantasy IV they brought in the Jump guy to write the story, and
Mhm.
obviously Chrono Trigger is what it is. So
One of my favorite things too that I feel like doesn't get discussed enough is especially with fantasy games, the influence of people bringing over tabletop stuff and Western computer games and fantasy novels and not really getting translations for them, but piecing like Miyazaki, Dark Souls Miyazaki,
yeah,
talks a lot about how like a lot of the imagery of like especially Demon Souls and Dark Souls came from him picking up random English fantasy novels and being able to kind of read them but not really, so he filled in the gaps with his imagination. Which is, first of all, sounds really cool and a fun thing to do as a kid. But like that stuff's neat.
Whoa.
Oh no!
おおい大丈夫か
ごめんなさい大丈夫よ
Saxor says Anissa's melanin was transferred to Vaughn.
兵士として失格ね
Is that what happened? I can imagine the Symphonia OVA was weird because that's like fucking 8 episodes. That's ridiculous for that video game.
兵士とかそんなことを気にするよりもっと体の心配をな
I
さい
think I had a friend
本当によろしいんですか
who Vesperia has like a OVA movie thing.
I think it's a prequel.
Yeah,
Which
I
don't
think
know
they
if
said that was all right. I don't remember.
it's probably better than like trying to adapt like a
Yeah,
like a big ass RPG into 8 episode OVA. Like, what are they doing there?
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to make an animated thing for your game or something like that, I'd much prefer it not be... Like, I'd like it to be a prequel or a side story thing or something. I always think that's the better route. No, you know, never mind. I'm wrong. Oh my god, I fucking... I fucking hate everything. That movie sucks. Oh my god.
Well, like it had this scene where Angel jumps the gang when they were coming out of the belly mine. I just can't even imagine how they try to make that story work unless they do like a vignette route where it's like, oh, this is just like a vertical slices of the anime. But if they're trying to adapt the whole thing, like that's crazy.
After playing many hours of the game, I'm like, damn, I should try watching that Sin Duality anime again. I watched the first couple episodes of it, and I was like, this seems like a perfectly middle-of-the-road modern mecha anime.
Yeah.
But it left like no lasting impression. But now that I'm into the game, at least the open network test, I'm like, maybe I should watch
Modern
it.
mecha,
it does,
but they don't make those anymore. Ah ha ha ha.
True, but that does. Mel, do you know the skin color thing with
Yes.
Sin Duality?
That's the first thing I know about it, and basically the only thing I know about it.
Yeah, it's something.
Brad, what do you want to do? Return this?
I wouldn't mind returning.
Yeah, I don't want to. Ah, Dune.
True. Oh my god, this is actually though. Like this is just like the Lynch sky and everything.
Yeah. We need to like make a compendium of which RPGs have sandworms as enemies.
Oh, true. Since we're talking about it on the podcast again, I'm like, fuck, I should start reading Dune again.
It's fine. It's time. The Dune Decor Quarry.
I might just audiobook it while I work. Mostly just I want to reread Messiah and Children and then like catch back up to where I was in God Emperor whenever I gave up, and then continue with the rest of the series.
Yeah, I think.
And then read all of the Kevin J. Anderson novels.
I think I'm gonna need a bit more time to get. Mostly because I just want to finish some other stuff. I need to fucking get that fucking...
How you return to the Dune Cave?
Yeah. Like, my hope is that they'll just do, like, next year or something, sell by genre.
I feel like Dune might be too big for them.
They could do it.
They might. From their selection so far, I feel like they've been avoiding... like the bigger stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they did to Junji Ito. Well, I guess it depends on what you perceive as big.
I think I gotta respect them, like maybe not going for the main thing right away. Like the RPG book club podcast I follow has kind of like a mix of like nothing has been like the biggest shit, but it's been like significant because like they've done. The FFs they've done have been FF8 and FF Tactics, and they've done like Xenogears and they're doing the Lunar now, so they're not doing like the big heavy hitters, but they're doing like the next run below. I think it's an interesting way of doing things, like not going like the big blockbusters.
Yeah.
But I mostly I just have a selfish desire that I just want a good podcast to exist about Dune.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I feel like I'm sure if I looked at most other places, I won't get it. I'll get a very bad podcast about it. Because we did not save there, I'm gonna save. I wonder if we can buy one of those windows somewhere else.
I have a feeling that's considering we only had one, I have a strong feeling it's gonna be something we'll find in an out-of-the-way chest somewhere, and maybe endgame shops.
I think I want to fuck around with G a bit. Even though playing Castle is weird. Oh fuck! I gotta figure what the fuck I have. Books. in a second. Let me just put what else have we got here? Dream Magic. That's pretty good. Impaling Heaven.
So true.
I'm exclusively putting stuff based on, like, how does the direction vibe with how I imagine this attack to be?
I kind of was thinking that too, and putting arts in places earlier.
Like, there's definitely, like, a degree to which I think certain moves make sense, and part of that's based on Smash Bros. Logic, where, like, oh, if I'm gonna put, like, a shield
Yeah.
down, I'm gonna put it down. I do like the custom ability, but also, yeah. Want to hear something weird?
Oh no, a Thopter.
You want to hear something weird?
Sure.
The 2D Teams games, for whatever reason, do have a 3D overworld, and I'm just, I don't know why you did this.
After the funsies of it.
Because the towns and, like, the battles are all 2D, but for whatever reason, the overworlds are just like
Okay, I see now.
Fuck.
See, now, like, when I'm here, left and right, okay, for a while there, like, literally every time I hit a button left and right, we're changing if it was forward or behind.
Yeah, that's the thing I want to, like, that's why I want to figure that out. Because I'm like, it's one thing if it's just, like, it's weird but consistent, but if it's changing, that's, like,
yeah.
If you don't know how to adjust, that's, like, a thing around. Like, I want to crack that puzzle, because, like, I feel like there has to be a solution that isn't, like, that makes sense. Like, I want to interrogate that. Around it. Thankfully, that's like a thing to me to have to worry about rebirth, so, So that's one of those things where I'm like, we did lose something in, like, our modern generation where everything takes, like, 1 billion years to develop and there's, like, only one entry and not, like, you know, side entries, like,
yeah.
portables.
Damn, it's so dark.
Yeah, that's why I wear sunglasses.
Yeah. No, Mew, don't look directly at the eclipse without the glasses on.
The God Hand descends and Mew is like the chosen one.
到着早々申し訳ありませんが、飛んでもらうことはできますか?
No, Mew, you need to let Guts. No, Mew, you need to let Luke leave for follow his own path. You can't be jealous.
I'll pile up the corpses, Mew, just like they broke down the forest.
I've come too far now.
少し気になることがあるので、クリフォトの空を飛んでみたいんですよ。
That castle still yet gleams in my tiny eye.
確証のないことは言いたくありません。
Oh God.
大佐がこういう時は何か嫌なことがある時ですよね。
わかった。とにかく飛んでみよう。
One thing I don't appreciate learning in this more civilized age is that they do in fact just say, I have a bad feeling about this all the time.
Oh yeah. No, that ship has sailed. Everyone's always saying that in Star Wars shit. It's ridiculous.
That just sounds terrible. Like, Jesus Christ.
あいつとユリアシティで会った時は話してたら速攻ぶち切れて戦うことになったのに。オアシスでは
Star Wars absolutely one of those series where the spin-offs need to be made with more distance in mind. Fucking everything being so interconnected fucking sucks.
Yeah, why is the universe the smallest place in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. I really don't like that.
By the way, I'm Palpatine's granddaughter.
That movie, have I ever told you my personal history with that specific movie?
No.
That was around the time I was having a falling out with a person I know I've definitely vented to you about before. Who I may have done other playthroughs with on this channel. And I left the theater, and it was like snowing out pretty hard, and my car was frozen, so I had to heat up my car at freezing to death. And I looked at my phone, and I had gotten sent the most unhinged barrage of DMs from that person, just like losing their mind and like saying a bunch of wild shit about me and all of our mutual friends. After I just seen one of the worst goddamn movies I've ever seen in the theater. It was miserable. So I'll always associate The Rise of Skywalker with the night me and my other friends decided we don't want to be friends with this guy anymore. Like literally I got home, talked to my other friends, and then like shit went south with that person from there. But I do think it's funny. That memory will forever be tied to that dog shit movie. I've still never seen that movie again since that.
I've never seen that movie, and I never will. Like, I just have no reason to do it.
You don't need to. It's garbage.
Like, I went to the theater. I'm gonna appreciate these flowers.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Are they sprites? I think they must be sprites.
They look like it.
Yeah, I watched Last Jedi in theaters with a friend. I was like, yeah, I had a good time with that. I think that's a really alright movie. And then the Culture War Star happened, and I was like, well, I want to do this. And then I found out...
yeah, that was miserable.
And then I found out in advance that, oh yeah, Rise of Skywalker is going to throw all that out. And I'm like, well, I just don't want to bother.
I like Last Jedi quite a bit. I do think looking back on that, like Disney era of Star Wars movies, I do think Rogue One's probably the one that I like took away the most from. And I do think part of that is because it did bother being something different.
Yeah, I watched Rogue One on a TV at my uncle's place while I was studying for a test, so I didn't actually watch that movie really. But I did think it was kind of cool to look at.
I remember watching that movie, and like there's a scene where they have like a shootout in a marketplace, and I'm like, I'm watching a Star Wars movie that's like grabbing like kind of like lifting cinematography and like shooting like style from like modern War on Terror movies. What's happening? This is wild. Like and none of the rest of them bother with doing shit like that. It's something.
Yeah, I'm just like my thing with Star Wars is that I only saw the original trilogy and stuff. I think I was taken to see Revenge of the Sith in theaters, and that may have been my first Star Wars movie when I was like 5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have good memories of that movie because I don't remember much. I guess we'll go with him.
Revenge of the Sith, I don't think came out when you were 5.
Not 5. It was like 10 something.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's...
Yeah, 5 would have been pre-2000, right?
Yeah. Because, like, Phantom Menace... Hold on, when did Phantom Menace, I know for a fact, is the first movie I saw in theaters, and yeah, I would have been, like, 5 or 6.
Yeah. 90...
Yeah, I was 5.
I eventually saw, like, the original trilogy in middle school, I think. I enjoyed them well enough. But, like, I was never a person who, like, bought Star Wars games or any of that. Like, I don't think I was just never interested in that, ever. Like, I just was never, like, I never felt like, oh, I need to go do the Star Wars side content stuff. And, like, yeah, I watched, uncharacteristically, I went to see Force Awakens with my dad. Had a decent time. Saw Last Jedi with my friend. And then when all the shit about Star Wars came out, I was both like, I have lost interest completely in watching this movie and perhaps Star Wars generally, and I kind of realized it's not like I was ever a Star Wars fan to begin with. Like, yeah, I watched some stuff and enjoyed it, but I never cared, really.
Here, I'm gonna change how my monitor is angled here because it's
And like there was something liberating about that.
bothering me.
But it does mean that I'm watching More Civilized Age and going, well, this sure sounds cool, but I don't think it's worth it to actually watch the thing.
Damn, me on the seat is good.
おお、あのセフィロトツリーおかしく
Yeah,
ないか
I still want to watch Andor. I watched the first few episodes and then I was like, this is really good, and then I just never watched the rest.
切れかけの
I'll see how
や
it
は
goes.
りセフィロトが暴走していましたか。
It's just hard for me not to be cynical about anything Star Wars.
No, I know More Civilized Age liked it quite a bit, which I think was actually one of the things that made me go like,
Yeah.
ah, shit. And the first few episodes I watched, I was like, oh fuck, this actually feels like it has like craft to it.
Like today, like we talked about it in Ultra Q chat, but I listened to the AMC episode on Visions. They did. And I felt like, well, some of these sound really cool and interesting, but also like one, it's still hard for me to get buy-in to like the idea of Star Wars, a thing I care about. And two, it's even the coolest things still feel like there's a tinge of compromise to it.
え
Oh yeah, I mean
え。
everything,
何らかの影響で
literally
セフィロトが
everything
暴走し
from
ツリーが機能不全に陥って
like
いるのでしょ
you
う。
know that series is gonna have that. I think
Like,
it's never gonna go super far.
like even on like how like what even when I get to like at the end of like the Clone Wars stuff, I get to like while they're reading the books now, I'm like, how much am I willing? Especially because like there's all the weirdness about that, about like how much the weird like I know I don't care about canon and everything like that, but there's still like a weird stink of like one, there's just the general franchise stink on it, but also two, just like oh, these are books that Disney decided were not canon, and there's weirdness around that, even if I don't actually.
Oh yeah. I mean, when Disney bought them, they basically had a big statement thing. I remember that day because they're basically like, well, it's been a good run, but
ツリ
like
ーが機能不全になった
at some point there's a lot of stuff, and we want to make new movies without having to consider all this stuff. So moving forward, it's just like we're gonna reset everything. It's just the movies, and then we'll rebuild up. But then they like rebuilt it up in a way where like was definitely still inspired a lot by the old stuff. So it's like,
Yeah, it just feels like
are we like, what's the point?
you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to care.
Yeah. Star Wars is one of those things I definitely pick and choose what I give a shit about being canon. Like KOTOR 2, I like a lot. KOTOR 1 is like alright too.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
the whole the idea of like, oh, you're gonna make KOTOR not canon seems ridiculous to me. But also like,
Yeah.
that's not a thing you should care about, I don't think.
おじさん
No, I mean,
これ以上
to be completely honest with you,
知らない
like, it has fuck all to do with those movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it does not matter though. Like, and like that's the same with every Star Wars thing. Like, you're
なあ
you're never going to like read a Star Wars book and be like, oh, this is now integral to understanding these movies. You know what I mean? Like, there's such a remove from like what is the core for general audiences movies that like don't expect you to follow shit, and like this is the stuff that we paid some sci-fi writer to write that's going to add on and have something more for people to
正気の汚
latch
染と
onto.
液状化から逃れるために
Oh yeah, I forgot they were remaking KOTOR. I don't fucking know if that's gonna come out at this point.
I don't think they're making that movie. I don't think they're making that game anymore. I feel very strongly that I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
They might still say it's happening, but I think it's.
大地の液状化に対して
I wonder if they'd still use the D&D 3.5e combat system. I hope they don't.
ユリアのスコアにはセフィロトが
Why
暴
is
走する
like
ことが
it
含
feels
まれ
like
てないのか
the majority of Western RPGs just can't help themselves from just being D&D games.
I think, I mean, a large part of it is that computer RPGs started out as like electronic forms of tabletop games, but
対処法とか
Well, you think
with D&D being the monopoly. But well, the other honest part of it
Is it
too is that
Thursdays?
true. The other honest part of it though is that 3 was when they started doing the thing where they're like, oh hey, the core rule system is open source. So, and that was part of how
おじいさまでは閲覧でき
the
ない
hell monopoly we are in now with D&D took off, is because it's like, well, why make your own rule set when we made one for you, and then you make stuff that's compatible with our game, and like, you know, it's a sinister like
ユリアシティの
hell
最高機密を
web
調べることが
that
でき
had
ると思う
like long-reaching implications.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to get back to Kingdom Hearts. I probably won't beat 358 over 2 by the end of the year, but I've been enjoying my time with that
Oh yeah,
game.
it's funny hearing the Team Destiny 3D World maps run better than this game. That's funny.
Damn.
本当か？
うんだって同志だし
だったらダートへ向かおう。何か対処方法があるかもしれない。
でも戦争を止めるために
Oh, the
街角
classic
へ行
cage
くという
question.
のは
What
どうし
button
ま
do you
す
put Kieran? Square.
戦場が降下したのなら
Always square.
戦争どころではなくなっていると思うわ
Yeah, like the company.
True.
そうだといいのですが
I'm going to. God, I'm sorry. Ah, fuck.
Da.
Let's go see. Okay, so. Like the first area of SMG5. Fuck, this area. I like how it's like evolving.
Oh, yeah. As more shit falls.
Yes. Where's the fucking...
That is honestly pretty neat.
Yeah. Just
What are you doing?
trying to get to the surface. There we go. They should mark this area on the map better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let me just look at Dath. Okay. Dath Punk. Dath Boot.
Here come Doth Boy. That meme died way too fast.
Well, you know how memes are these days.
Yeah.
The half-life of a meme is just so much shorter.
Now it's all about making Peter Griffin fan cams.
No, it's not.
Oh, you haven't been seeing them.
I just wanted to dye you this. I've seen with your Kirby Peter Griffin emotes.
I do have a Kirby Peter Griffin emote
You do.
in my best friend server.
Alright, so we're here in Dath. How long do you want to go, by the way?
I wouldn't mind stopping here.
Yeah,
If
'cause I just
actually,
noticed
we're
it's
about
like-
to 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours, and we're about to enter what I presume is going to be a big story section, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so... In the new year, we'll go see Yeon-sama in Dath.
Yeah.
Thank you for... Hopefully... I would like to... I would like to... finish the second half of this game in less time than it took us to do the first half.
I think we can do this by the end of summer. Probably spring.
I like
If we keep at the pace we've been doing.
Yeah. And I like to see if I can get back to like streaming regularly, because I was streaming fairly decently in 2023, but 2024 has been terrible for streaming.
I've been streaming every day for like, is it... actually, I don't remember if I streamed Sunday, but let's see. 1, 2... Oh, I guess I didn't stream on the 15th, but, no, but then I streamed on the 14th and the 13th, and the 9th and the 7th, and the 7th again. Yeah, I've been streaming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th stream the past, like, week and a half, so. Woo! We've been going, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll see what my schedule is next year. You know, maybe I'll try and make a plan. I'll try and... I'd like to set days for myself where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing on that day, and I can like pick whatever the games that I would do.
Baxter does say the more you memorize the map, the faster it'll go. That is true.
Listen, Listen.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
see you next time, and everyone in 2025.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year, etc.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.